Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video of Marvel Contest of Champions. Today we are starting off with the gated parts of 6.2. So the first one today would be 6.2.1, the Mutant Gate path. So before we start guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and turn on the post notifications. All of that really helps me out a lot. So yeah, so before we start the part we need to plan for it. So let's go through that. So we start off the path with a Hawkeye with Limber, and then after that we have three generic fights of three Avengers. That's gonna be Black Widow, Ronin, and Black Panther. Once you get through that, then there's a key fight against Nick Fury, and then you have one fight on a mini boss that's gonna be a Dormammu, and then there's gonna be a Symbiote Supreme. Now these fights are straightforward, but what makes them difficult is the global node. The global node is life cycle. So life cycle is like a shield on your opponent that keeps him from dying. So you have to knock him down to disable the shield. And every time you knock them down, the disable time increases. So you have to make sure you knock them down enough time so when they get up you have enough time to kill them within the disable timing. Or an easier way to deal with it is just save an L3, knock them down and use your L3. And we will go through it once we go through the fight. So this is the team I used. There are some alternative chants that are also there, so you can use them as well. And for this one, for this path to open, there is a rarity gate, so you need to have at least 2 mutants on your team. So the first fight is going to be against a Hawkeye. So with Hawkeye, there is a limber node on him, so you need to be careful of not using all your parries in the beginning. So what I am trying to do here, I'm just using a Colossus because he's very tanky, and I'm gonna play him as a stun immune. I'm gonna try to bait his specials, I'm gonna try to bait his heavy attacks, so I can save up the parries for the later stage. So I can easily knock him down and then use my L3. It's a pretty straightforward fight, just it's easy to evade his L1s and L2s. You just need to go and keep hitting him, and Hawkeye's comes down really quick. You can pretty much use any champion for this fight. You can use a Corvus as well, but try to use a tanky champion so you can take the block damage from his heavy hits, and then you can kill him off. Masteries, it's up to you, but I like running suicide masteries that make the path shorter because of extra damage, and you will see I'm playing very aggressively as well. The alternative champs I mentioned is good if you use mutant champions because all the path is going to be skill path. So the mutant champions will have class advantage and they'll be able to kill very quick. Now right here I make a mistake. I do not wait for him to be knocked down and I just try to use my L3. This can happen sometimes, you will forget, but then again it's okay. What I will try to do now, I will again try to knock him down and kill him. I will build up to my L3. So right here, I'm knocking him down with all the parries, so the disable time for the life cycle shield increases. So it gets really annoying, so if you have an L3 saved, it's much more easier. You just knock him down, wait for the disable timer to come up and you kill him. Just like that. Up next is going to be a Black Widow OG. So again, simplified. Now, if you do not have a Corvus, you can just run any kind of mutant champion and you can kill them off. I just brought in Corvus to really just speed up the path, and you know, all 4 of them are Avengers, that makes sense. So with Corvus, as you see, I'm just trying to use my heavy attacks, try to bait out and evade so I can get 2 charges from this fight. So hopefully she will evade and then I can just kill her off like there, and then I'll go into a heavy hit. So the only annoying thing in this fight, if you're using a Corvus, that will become slightly longer one because you will run out of charges, but that's okay as well. And other than that guys, it's a very simple fight. This fight and the next 2 fights are really generic ones, so there's nothing that you have to be worried about. And guys, if you haven't checked out my channel, make sure to check out my channel. I have video guides for Act 5.3, 5.4, 6.1, and now I'm going through 6.2, and I intend to go on for all of Act 6. So I hope you guys check it out and you subscribe to the channel. All of that really helps me out a lot. And now as you see, I just knocked her down and I had an L3, and I just used the L3 to bypass the life cycle node, and she dies really quick. So by far this is the easiest way to deal with the life cycle node. Save up your L3, take the champion down to 10%, parry, knock them down with a heavy, and then use the L3 and they die really quick. Now the next fight is going to be against Black Panther. Now usually this fight is quite annoying because you cannot parry him, because because of the reflective armor he will parry you back and hit you. But because I have a Corvus, he armor breaks on parry, and then you can easily deal with this fight. If you're not using a Corvus, you're using somebody else. For example, if you're using a Colossus or anybody else, you just need to be careful. You will not have to parry him, you will have to hit him in his block, so he has an L1 and you have to bait out his L1s and L2s. Another champion that works really well against him is going to be Iceman. So whenever he will parry you, Iceman's armor will be broken. That comes back after a few minutes, but you will not be stunned. So that would be another way to deal with him easily. Again, build up your L3, knock him down, use your L3, it will bypass the life cycle node and you can easily kill them off. And now the third Avenger fight is going to be Ronin. Again, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. It's going to be a short fight. I already have 2 charges with the Corvus Glaive, so I'm just trying to hit him as fast as possible, medium, light, medium, and build up my L3. Again, once I am there, I will just knock him down after a parry, and I will use my L3 and he will die as well really quick. So this probably is the most annoying fight in this whole section. That is going to be a Nick Fury with a life cycle node. Because you will try to kill him, but his HP regen will not get active because you have to first knock him down and then bring his health to 0. Only then he will go into his furious mode, and then again you will have to knock him down and kill him. So there's quite a few champs that you can use here. You can use a Warlock, you can use an Archangel that I am using, you can even use an Omega Red, or you can also use a Namor. It all depends. Colossus also works, but I would suggest Archangel because you don't have to do much, you just have to parry and heavy. So not only Archangel is helpful with reducing the life cycle shield by knocking him down and increasing the duration, but also he heal blocks and gives damage over time to Nick Fury. As you see right now, I'm just trying to keep away, so all the damage to Nick Fury is done by himself, and I'm just trying to save an L1 or something, because even with the life cycle node he will not regen because he will have neurotoxins on him. So generally for the whole of this quest, if you have an Archangel, he is the best counter to 6.2.1 and Warlock. So these 2 champions are the best counters, so try to keep them on your team no matter what path you're going on. And there we go. Archangel make this fight really simple. So if you have an Archangel, make sure to bring him or a Warlock this fight, although this fight becomes very easy. Now the next fight is going to be like a mini boss kind of a fight against the Dormammu. Now with Dormammu, with life cycle, he can become pretty annoying. So what you need to make sure you bring a champion that can control his power and knock him down at the same time. So you have disabled the life cycle shield long enough so you can kill him in the end. What I like to do is to bring magic, because magic is just amazing against Dormammu. You will see that I've power locked him with an L2, and now I'm just doing corner intercepts. And every time I use an L2, I power lock him. He's also knocked down, and even if he tries to gain some power, magic will steal it back. So she is the perfect counter for this fight, and she will not get any buffs or debuffs, so there would be no degen damage. If you don't have magic, there are some alternative champs that I've mentioned on the left side of the screen. You can use them as well. Again, suicide masteries will make it shorter and a faster fight. As you will see right now, he's almost down in killing range, so what I'm trying to do is to get an L3, and now I'll just wait for him to bait his L1, bring him down a little more, parry, and then parry again, use a heavy hit to knock him down, and then boom into L3 when his shield is disabled right there. You just use this L1. So that way you can just bring him down quick in one go. Now the final fight is against a Symbiote Supreme boss. Now you need to be careful not to bring a champion that has buffs on him, so do not use cosmic champions or other champions that are buff heavy, because you will die really quick. Now at this point of the game, there are a lot of counters to him. I am just using magic because I used a thing in the last video, so I am trying to use a different champion right now. So it's all about controlling his power, so you get enough time to build up to your L2 and just smash him in the face, and that's about it. You just keep your L2 and you keep hitting him, and by the end of the fight, don't forget, because I know it's a boss fight and a lot of times we forget there's a life cycle node. So don't forget to have an L3 ready to kill him off. Apart from magic, you can use Red Guardian, you can even use a Blade, a Doom, a Void, any champion for that matter from them. It's all about keeping his power in check and have your L3 ready by the time you reach the end. I hope you guys really enjoyed the video and it helps you use less amount of units. If you did guys, make sure to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. All of that really helps me out a lot. Turn on your post notifications, as I will be uploading all the gated paths from this chapter 6.2. And other than that guys, I hope you have an amazing day and I'll see you next time.